We're now going to discuss the Carson family, possibly one of the saddest stories in all of Fallout. We, of course, when we were in Harper's Ferry, we learned on Ella's terminal, and I'm not going to go back there, I'll just read it from here, that the Carson family was, this is quote, this was from the hospital, was as of May 23rd, the clinic no longer serves the Carson family. That includes Caleb, Elizabeth, and their children Madeline and Max. You can refer them to Morgantown or Charleston, but due to their constant involvement with the Free States, the doors are closed to them. So no hospitals in Harper's Ferry or in Berkeley Springs or anywhere up here was allowed to assist the the Carson family with any medical stuff. They were forced to have to travel from here to Berkeley Springs to either Charleston, here, quite a ways away, or Morgantown, here, right? Kind of ridiculous because they believed that bombs were going to fall and bad stuff was going to happen. You can find their home. It's this one right here, the car out in front of it, and read a terminal upstairs titled, well, it's just called Terminal, but it has an entry, only one entry, entitled Fed Up. That's it. I'm fed up. Bill and Stan came by the house to lecture me about trying to help the people in this town. Well, that's it. I'm done. They can all bask in the glory of nuclear fallout when those bombs drop. The shelter's almost complete. I might just send Beth and the kids out there early. It just doesn't feel safe if people are going to start confronting me in our own home. So the people here didn't want all of this bomb talk, right? They didn't want everyone worrying too much about the end of the world. It was really bringing down the vibes, if I put it the way that they probably want you to understand it. So, families like the Clay family here, Carson family, who we are going to go to their bunker, I believe it's here. Obviously, Ella Ames and Abby. We haven't gotten to this person because it's a random encounter only, and there's a couple of other bunkers. They were kind of treated badly. But most of the other families were able to still make it, right? Rayleigh made it to his bunker. Ella made it to her bunker. Some of them didn't have time to make bunkers, so the others were more accommodating and allowed them to stay, like Eddie Hayes. Eddie Hayes stayed in Rayleigh Clay's bunker. Carson family's kind of a different story. So we can get there. So it's just south of Dolly Sods. Over this river. And because he wanted to make sure his family were safe, Caleb sent his family to the bunker early. Here's his picker up truck. Here's his Free State store. Carson family bunker. Let's go ahead and head on inside. So it's your standard bunker if you've been in any of the other Free States bunkers. There's a tricycle here. So as you can tell, one of his children was very young, and the hospital was refusing to have anything to do with the child. Kind of messed up. No matter your political views, you don't get children involved, right? There's a rad roach. As you can see here, there was an explosion, by the looks of it, or a fire. Something happened. People were trying to get into the store. There's a leg. It's a foot bone, I mean. It's a left foot bone. Here. Oh. The bones of someone. Possibly the mother? I don't know how old one of the child's ages are. We just know there's a Max and there's a Madeleine. Madeleine? There's a note right there. Yeah. A fire broke out in the kitchen. And exploded its way out. Guess we'll read the note first. It's Caleb's note. I've done all I can to help my family, to try to help my neighbors. But somehow it all went wrong. Beth, kids, I want to yell at Maddie for leaving her toys around, or remind Max to poke air holes in his firefly jar. They're gone. They're dead. Should I have stopped when they came to the house, or denied Beth her medicine? Should I have never listened to Rayleigh to begin with? All I wanted to do was save them, and now I'm left with nothing. My only comfort is that I'm about to leave this all behind. And Beth, if I don't get to join you all in the afterlife, forgive me. So a lot of it's up for interpretation, right? Obviously, he killed himself because his children were dead. So this is him. I'm guessing he turned the gas on, lit something, and blew up the place. Because the door is blown outward. So it wasn't people trying to get in, which is what I initially remembered. It was him blowing the entire place up. And somehow this chair is unscathed. Oh, and this door also got blown. Did they all get blown forward? No, that door somehow survived. So did the bathroom door. But it's just the fact that his entire family was turned away. His wife, and I guess... Oh, it did say that she needed her medication, right? His wife needed medication, and they were basically like, no, you guys are doomsday preppers. Fuck you. Your wife can go off and die. You have children. That's a toy, not an actual pram for the child. His children were rejected from the hospital, and as you can see, they're really little. Really little children. And for what? Why did his family need to be forsaken? Because he chose to prepare for the end of the world to protect his family. And then he ends up questioning it and regretting his decisions. Drugs. And then someone ripped the safe off, so someone else has come down here. I don't think he would have tore the safe off of his own safe. The door off of his own safe. Just another reason why I think, someone else came here. Because it doesn't say how his family died. Obviously, his wife needed some kind of medication. He was no longer able to get that medication because they refused him. And he couldn't travel, to Morgantown or Charleston. And my only other guess is that his children were just too young. They couldn't survive the radiation. Or a also equally likely scenario is that while his family was on their way here, he was attacked by town people. When the bombs started to fall, he grabbed his family and started to leave. He just didn't make it, because it never says that they made it. Yeah. Nothing on here says that they ever made it to the bunker. We know he made it because he's here and he's dead. And I unfortunately think it's more likely that his family, because there's no graves, there's no other bones, there's no corpses here. I think it's sadly more likely that his family was killed trying to leave Berkeley Springs to go to the bunker. And I also had thought there was another entry somewhere where they mentioned the Carson family being attacked, and that's why some of the Free Staters didn't want to help citizens, but Rayleigh said no, we're still going to help them. But again, that could be Mandela effect, and I don't remember a lot of the early stuff. There you go. I guess it's not as sad as I remembered it being, unless you take my interpretation as the correct one. I'm just looking around outside for a grave, but I do not think there is any grave for his family at the bunker. Let me jump really quick onto the wiki. Click on Elizabeth Carson to see if it has any. Yeah, no. So they don't have known locations, so I unfortunately choose to believe that they were killed by the people of Berkeley Springs while trying to escape to the bunker when the bombs were falling. Or she died of her lack of medication, which is still equally the fault of the people of Berkeley Springs. That's it.